Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Brad, Marty, Mike, good morning. Ethan, good morning. All right, guys. A couple of things. Market wise, the market is in sync on the long side. Reevaluate it if we break anything under 25, 18,025. We're expecting a bit of consolidation considering the massive move that we've had for the past couple of days. To the 200 and the 100 are in sync on the long side. If we break anything under the 35, then 25, that will put a pause on that idea. The first 15, 20 minutes of this market, I definitely want to be, paying attention to, general price action and start reading through this market to understand the personality, then go from there. As far as news, we have almost at 11:50 or 12:50 Eastern FOMC member Barkin speaks, but that's just about it. Really, not much else going on. Sayed, good morning. Brad, good morning. Safe, good morning. We're trading right at Globex, by the way. So we're pushing off a Globex right now. They put a captain set up short, got to Globex, and they're bouncing it right back up. Market is in sync on the long side. Very interesting. So the big swing trade target is 97, by the way. Yeah, we should push a little bit lower here. Let's see. double switch trade here, so the market is going to push up. $89. We're at the top end of the Globex band, by the way. $97.5 is the target for the swing trade. Target is hit. Next target is 122. Harmony zone number 1 is 72 by 62 and 47 by 37 is zone number 2. Pullbacks are buyable. We're looking for a target of 122.5. I mean, we may get 76 out of this thing. I'll give this thing a shot right here. Wow. I'll take that one. 6 points to start off the day. Or 5 points, excuse me. I mean, the market really kind of bounced right off to the tick, right at harmony zone number 2, and just kind of took off. Well, it didn't take off; it just bounced off of it. So that's the bullish behavior, and took advantage of it. I gotta make sure that I'm understanding what I'm seeing here before I start over committing to holding on to trades and adding to them. 88. So we are in a channel. The channel is an upward channel. If we break anything under 60, or actually, really, truly, it's Globex 47.5. As long as you were trading above that, then the bulls have a decent chance. Low liquidity. Yeah, it's a Monday morning. We got to figure out this market first, but a good first trade. Let's go. Yeah, I'm not saying anything, Stephen, right now. I'm just simply watching.
That's not always open.
All right. So I mean, that thing really kind of worked out just perfect too. I mean, we got in there. I mean, we took the scalping version of that trade, but boy, I ran it all the way back up to that the 100. Pullbacks are buyable. Harmony zone number one is 72 by 62. Pullbacks are getting supported in this environment. 122.5 is our target. We'll reevaluate the longs if we break Globex, which is 47.5. I think what's going on here is just the tendency of the market at these levels is to sell off, especially after a massive move that we've had, and it's trapping some shorts in this market. And the first trap was done right here with this captain setup short, and then the market just simply rolled that over into double switch trade, then ran it up and came back in here to retest for a run back up. So that was the first trap. Let's see what other traps they have lined up for people. Hey, Sheila, good morning, Sheila. How are you? Let's see how far they want to go with this. I mean, they should be pushing a little bit lower. We're not getting a lot of rotations, by the way, this morning. We're not getting a lot of rotations. mean, I could try. See, we're at a whole number. I mean, if they closed at 103, that would be a switch trade for a push toward 10, and I can take that one. But watch it. It should burst up. It should burst up. I'm gonna go ahead and pass on that. Wait till the top of the hour. We're 1 minute away from 9 o'clock. Typically, you will get a little bit of action at that time. Remember, the target is 122. There you go. 103 to the tens. There you go. So we're coming into the bottom end of the channel. We're at the top end of the Globex band. I mean, if we get to 88, that could be a bounce area that's worth, trying. I mean, I'll post my order right there and see how well we handle that, because we have support into Harmony Zone number 1. And typically, if you have a channel that looks like this and they've been churning through it, they'll drop it just to break it back up. So 88 is not a bad spot for me to try that idea. If we start breaking anything above 110, I mean, that's a railroad long, by the way. I mean, it's showing us stability and strength here. I mean, they could go back to that 110, then I have to cancel my order. If they flip this and close it at 97, we're going to get the pullback that we're looking for. Anything in between, I'm just going to be patient. It's early in the day. It's a Monday. We had one solid trade. We're looking for the next one. Yeah. I'm not gonna get my order. Gonna go ahead and cancel it. The longs are in charge. Next target is 122.5. We're looking for pullbacks to buy into this market. Target number 3 is coming up here at 118.5. Then the big swing trade target for 122. Let's take a quick look at ES and talk about that instrument. Same kind of bullish behavior and trapping behavior of any short, and we have a target of 191.75. We have harmony zone number 1, which is 79 by 76, 73 by 70. Both those zones are supportive. And let's take a look deeper. Yeah, nice little push. Pullbacks are buyable. We'll reevaluate the longs if we break anything under 174. So as long as we continue to trade above that level, we should be fine with the pullbacks to be bought. So we're starting to see a bit of heaviness coming in and a little bit of dropping under the channel. So if we start breaking anything under that 100 again in the 90, we'll get a bit of a deeper pullback, which is good. We need it, and there is something going on here too, potentially that could be an issue, which is 97. Okay, let's pull that up here. So you see this 97, right? So 97 here, we'll put a captain setup short on the 40 NT wrinkle. And if that happens, then we're expecting a push to the 90s and a push to the 80s to re-challenge this structure. The question, do you want to short this up here? As long as 97.5 is an entry with a stop above 116.75. If you have that type of risk control that you could pay that much, then that's a trade right there. It's a fading trade into a buying environment. But you got to get that 97 to get there first. It's almost like you want it to get to the 97.5, then let it run back up, and let it run back up to the above 100 to the probably 104.75, and then your stop is going to be less than 10 points for a short, and see if it breaks 90 and 80. So the risk reward will make sense at that point for this type of environment. So that's a scenario if 97.5 shows up. Otherwise, it's a very shallow pullbacks that the market is putting on. We keep pushing higher. Okay, so here we go. 105. Let's see if we get that trade, because my stop is going to be like 118, 114 to 118. I'll be surprised if they don't test 100 again. Oh, yeah, they're not going to test it. Damn. Well, let's see. gonna get a fill. If they get to 81, I'm gonna go long. So either they get to 104.75 and I'll go short, or they get to 81 and a quarter and I'll go long. One of those two things is gonna happen. All right, give me 1 second. I'm gonna go get some water. I'll be back. Well, we got close. We got close on that one. Now I have to kind of put my order a little bit lower here to 78. It got close up there. That would have been nice. So I got to cancel that order. Come on. Yeah. See, I have to get filled on a first touch basis, like for a first touch into that level, and not after the market does this. Like we got so close up there, we were within few ticks of getting filled here. I gotta cancel my order. It's unfortunate, but whatever. I'll catch them. But we're thinking in the right format here for this type of market that we're seeing. It's just a function of getting filled correctly. And like this is my first trade of the day. I think I made like 5 points. Let's see. What's the day? Today is the 6th. So that's the first trade of the day so far. We're up 95, and that is the long that I took right here. Yeah, we attempted twice, one here for an entry. No fills, and we're gonna keep looking. So what's the environment that we are in? The environment is still long overall. If we break anything under that, let's see here, 70, the market will be a two-sided market and no longer in sync on the long side. Okay, so what's the big idea right now? Break 82 and a half. If you break 82 and a half, that's the switch trade on the 40 NT Renko short, and that will lend itself for a push toward that 70, where the market becomes a two-sided market. So that's an idea. If it happens, I can participate in. Right now, what we're seeing here is lethargic price action overall, not a lot of momentum or rotations, considering or range, and the market is oscillating at the top end of the Globex band and experiencing a bit of resistance. The market is still in sync on the long side, so I should outweigh the longs more than the shorts. I should be looking for more longs than shorts. And if I get in them, try to, you know, try to hold on a little bit longer because the market is very slow. So it's going to take it a little bit longer to get to a move. What used to take us few seconds to move 20, 30 points is taking us half an hour. So that's just the read on the personality of the day so far. Yeah, looky, looky. So a lot of distribution that's going on up here, and every time they dip, they accumulate. So we're in a tight range. Act accordingly, Adam. Good morning. So in a tight range that looks like that, you want to trade the edges of price. That's the first thing. Under trade this environment. Trade it with a minimum contract and only add to something that's working in your favor. This is a scalping environment. AKU, good morning. All right, so what we're seeing here with this switch trade is the beginning of a push right here. So we should be seeing 84.80 because of that move and that signal right here. 90. Get to 90, then that will set the stage for a double switch trade, and we had it here. See that one? So they're trying to duplicate themselves with that 90. Okay, I'm gonna try that and gonna try another ad right here at 93 half. I'm gonna look for a burst of energy under the 85 if we can get it. I don't like it. Okay. Gonna exit that. That's fine. I mean, it's a one candle stop. It needed to break 88 and keep moving. I mean, it may end up working out, but I don't want to overcommit and have to defend it above the 100. We'll see. I mean, they're coming back in here. All right. So if we break 82, well, 82 is a big level actually. Yeah, 82 and a quarter is a big level. We're running into the captain setup. Running into this captain setup short. So I mean, if as long as we don't break anything above 14, and if this candle closes anything lower than 92, then 82 can come. And if 82 comes, then you're looking at an above average selling pressure. So that's an idea. I'll sit there. We had this idea right here of two double switch trades in a row similar to this. It's just they rolled it over, which is a testament of strength. So I gotta, respect that and get out of the way and look for, more information out of this market. So that's what that did. So we took that first winner. We had two contract trade. We ended up at this level. And moving on to the next decision. We're breaking that downward channel that we had, but Shingo, good morning. How are you? Okay, so remember what we said. Here we go. That 92. All right, we'll give this a shot again. Then the 82 is a big deal. If we can get there. Yeah, it's the environment, man. It's an environment, lethargic, sideway. You gotta undertrade it, but I know. So we took one for a small profit, and let's see what we can do with the next one. I mean, we should get closer to the 90, and then an 82, man. It's gonna be huge. So really, I gotta give this market a little bit of room to get to the 82, and if it does, then I'm in for a big trade. I mean, I could go break even at 102, but I think I just need to give it a little bit of room. Break that 90, then life is good. If ES brings itself down to that 83 level, then there's going to be a push in Q. Here we go. That's good. That's good to see. That's good to see. Come on, baby. Get below that 90, then we're going to get to the 82. Then life is going to be good. I'm going to put a stop right there and a target. And it's either going to start working or I take a little bit more money at that, 102 and just cut and call it. What is this? What time is it right now? Oh, it's 10 o'clock. Well, okay. Like really, actually, if it hits 82, I'm looking for a bigger target anyway. So I'm gonna be like down here. So either I go break even or it's not even break even, it's break even plus 1.5, or I'm making a lot of money with this push toward 82, which will produce a captain setup short on the 70 NT Rinko, and then we get a potential push all the way to 50. I mean, the fact that we're going to 90, we're going to break 89 now and then go to that 83 half. I mean, even 83 and a half is a good spot for a target. Here it comes. Thank you. Come on, baby. Get to that 80. 82 quarter. So the 83 half is a target. You know what? Screw this shit. Sorry. let them bounce it back. I'll get short again. I just don't wanna, give up profit right there. Like the 83 and a half, 84 was a good spot for me to take profit. It just, like right here, they have a tendency of pushing it back up one more time. So I'm gonna, take the profit and look for a higher price, get short back again into the idea of getting to 83, 82, and see if I can get in. Which is too juicy of a profit for me to give it up. I may have talked myself out of staying in this trade, be honest with you, but you know, here we go. I mean, look what that is. So I mean, we were up $300 on that trade. I wasn't about to give that up. So I took that. So now we're positive, and let me look for a re-entry. Oh, come on, come on. 82. They got to 82. All right, that's good. That's good. That's good. That doesn't mean I'm not going to get back in. I have a little bit of room. $89.25. Yeah, man, they're gonna flush this thing. They are gonna flush it. They're gonna flush it right now. ES is pushing 83 to 72. Here it comes. Yeah, so this is what I'm looking at. So they put on the, this is a 40 NT Rinko. They put a captain setup short right here, came and retested it, and pushed toward that 82, which is a good, puts you in a captain setup short on the 70 NT Rinko. Now we need to protect the 100. Okay, and they're making a run, which is good. But you know, you start running anything above 100, I mean, we got problems with that. Because what that means, they're most likely they're going to run up to 108, then blow the top off that rotation and trap everybody that is short here. So me protecting the 100 is an important level for any move. ES needs not to break anything above 86. So that's kind of what we're dealing with here. But I'm interested though, kind of interested toward the shorts. They're definitely putting lower highs, and they're putting a distribution pattern above the Globex band. So that's the Globex band right here, that purple area. So you have Globex at 47.5, and then you got this area. And what they're doing is they're making that high a lower high, lower high, lower high, and potentially another lower high here. Okay, so what that means is they're distributing against that target of 122.5 and walking the market lower with low rotations and low momentum, which is the personality of the day so far. So how should I handle this? Be very picky on my entries. Can I keep it at a 1 to 2 contracts max? And look for scalping. And there is a tone to this market that is short, so that's the direction I'm going for right now. Khaled, good morning. How are you, buddy? Good morning, good morning. Yeah, see, that's that puts me in a holding pattern, them breaking above that 100 like that. I mean, they could still come back and push lower, but patience here. We took yeah, you're flat. Yeah, I mean, I made like 3 trades, and it was a bit of a struggle today. I mean, I would call it struggle. It just the quality of price action is different today. So that's how that is getting us right here. I had that one initial trade long, then I had a 2 contract short. I stopped myself early, and then we had this good trade for up to 24. Well, it's a big difference between what we're seeing here as far as momentum and change and what we did here on the second, where the market was all over the place. It was crazy. It was they're buying, they're selling. It was action. It was action packed. Made 5 grand. You know, even the day after that, we did good. Friday. So we're doing good today here too. It's just a slower paced market, and it's a typical morning Monday. After big moves, they're just lethargic and they're trying to figure out what to do. As the day progresses, I think you're going to get expansion of the ranges and better structures. You know, so I just going to keep my powder dry. That was a nice up and at equity high right now with this. Ah, look at that. Look at them trying to fade that 100. That's trappy. That's trappy in nature. That's trappy in the nature. That helps supports the captain set up short on the 70 NT Rinko. Okay, across the board, how's everybody doing? Shingo, AKU, Ethan, where you guys are at? Adam, Khaled, Marty. Marty, what are we doing, buddy? Mike, Steven, Sayed. That's good. That's good. That's good right here. That's a switch trade right there. Come on, baby, let's go. I mean, if they put a switch trade right here at 85, I mean that could be something. Ethan, you're saying per account, you're up 490 or total? Mm. Okay, good job. How is Sheila doing? This environment, Sheila, is just really not good for options at all. So I'm assuming that you're either flat or it's not going anywhere. Just there's not a lot of volatility and not a lot of direction. So you got to under trade any options here. Hey, David, how are you? Good morning. Come on, baby, let's go. Okay, back to that 100. Globex at 47.5. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. It's just there's a lot of distribution up here, but the market is really it's you got to trade the edges of price in this kind of environment. Like you almost can't get into the middle of the range here. Steven. So it's just you gotta be conscious of this because that's you typically if you're trying to go for a trend, you go and look for these middle of the range areas and try to pick a spot, and that type of trading is just simply does not work in this environment. So you just have to kind of give yourself a little bit of time, let the market expand. And when I say expand, you got to almost expand to 122 and a half, or expand under Globex, which is 47 and a half. And then you're going to get a better price action that can support middle of the range trading. But right now, the best approach is trading the edges. Okay, like literally, you're going to like a 107.75. You short that. When the market comes to 86.90, you go long. I mean, it's just that's the range they're operating in. Or you could watch orca videos and sip on some tea and wait. That's a plan too. Not trading is a trade, and nothing wrong with it. It's trying to hypnotize you, Ethan. That's what it's trying to do. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Yeah, that 103 is good. Yeah. I think you'll be okay, man. I really think this market is you get to 80 again and things are going to start getting lively. Oh, the excitement. Oh, the excitement. This is really exciting. This is- this market is like literally like watching paint dry. Yeah, it's not going anywhere. Yeah, I mean, them above 100 is not really a good thing for that idea. So I know it looks like they're trying to trap. I mean, the shorts. But I need to see a lot more out of this market before I jump in. Patience is absolutely the best trade here. Okay. So let's go back up to that idea here. Captain setup, rotated one more up here. So, what do we know? What do we do with this information? I mean, really, we need to expand all the way to 122 in order for the longs to continue exhibiting that strong bullish behavior. Plus, you're expanding outside the range, which gives the market a little bit more room for pullbacks that could work. That's so 122 is an important level. Then you got another level here, which is the 82 and a quarter again. They bring it back into that level, then this becomes a six-prong captain setup short. I would be interested in shorting after that on rallies. So those are the two levels in which I am interested in operating. Anything else than that, then I'm on the sideline, and that is a trade I will take. Being patient, under trading. Ray, we go live Monday through Friday from basically 8:20 Central Time to 11 Central Time. Sometimes we do extended sessions depending on the environment, but that's our time frame. Yeah, hit that like button. Thank you guys for spending your day with us. Question is, how is it controlled to this dot? Because the market is manipulated. Yeah. The market is not designed for you and me to make money in, Sheila. It's supposed to make money for the market makers. So we're trying to fight that the best we can. Yeah, no problem, Ray. I'm glad that this is helping you, and welcome to the family. All right, Ray. So you're saying, yeah. Be honest with you, if this is your first account that you blew up, that's a PA. You know, my advice to you, you're new to this. You're gonna go through a bunch of accounts before you figure out there's a lot of things that's going on in these accounts that you need to be aware of. A lot of the threshold uh, is an issue that you have to kind of overcome and learn how to overcome it. So uh, you in those small accounts of 25,000, you cannot trade mini. It does not take one mini trade. Be honest with you. So you have to be trading micro and keeping it to under 5 micros and look for ranges. I mean that trade, for example, right there. I mean it was mini, but you could adopt that same concept in micro. An entry here, another entry at 103, and we took profits all the way down to 67 or 87, excuse me. Okay, so that's almost like a range trade. When you have 2 to 5 micros, you actually can make you know around $50 to $100 a day, kind of trading you know that type of account. So sizing is something that you need to be fairly sure focused on. Under 5 micros in a $25,000 account is appropriate sizing for that type of account. And you don't even have to get into those 5 micros all at the same time. You could just spread them out in a range, so that gives you a little bit more flexibility for that trade. Trade the first like the first half an hour, like from 8:30 to 9 o'clock Central, when the market or cash market opens. It's very volatile. You want to spend that time to understand the market, and then start trading after that. Once you prove to yourself that you're reading the market accurately. So that's the second thing, that is a skill that you're going to be working on. Give yourself a little bit of grace. Be honest with you, it's going to take you a little bit of time to figure this out and make it a successful so you're disappointed from losing the first account. You're putting too much pressure on yourself. Be honest with you, and you just need to give yourself a little bit of room. You have to give yourself some accounts and say, hey, listen, I'm gonna blow some accounts, figuring this thing out. I'm gonna blow some evaluations. I'm gonna blow some PAs, and I'm okay with it. But every time I do that, I'm gonna learn and I'm gonna improve. And every day, in every way, I'm getting better and better and better at trading. So that's gonna put you in the right mindset to really start making headway and progress. So this way, you're not doing this another year or two and still in the same place. That means you're not advancing. You're not figuring out what needs to be done. So start there. Sizing, times of trading. Then you're trading. I trade the Harmony trading system. So I mean that's something I created, and that's the edge I have. You have to look at the the edge that you have, and if you don't have an edge, then you gotta get an edge quickly. Otherwise, you're spinning your wheels. So. So we're coming up to that 122 right now. Yeah. That account cannot handle one mini. Literally cannot handle one mini. Just you have to look at the math of it. You take a 5 point stop to a 10 point stop, which is literally noise in NQ, and you're down $200. You have $1,500 to your name in that account. You do that twice, you're down $400. Emotionally, you're gonna go all in. Emotionally, it doesn't matter what you say. You say, "Oh, I'm going to take every single." No, emotionally, every person has a number in any account in which, if you hit it on a drawdown, mentally it triggers an all-in behavior. So it's not just the confidence. It's literally the math does not support you trading mini in that small of an account. It does not. Your maximum really exposure should be, $50 per trade. So you have to take. I'm gonna keep it light here because we're getting very close to our big target, 122. You gotta divide your risk in that account by 25, and that's how much money you can risk per trade. So that's $25. I mean $50 on per trade. So then you have to size up to where $50 is statistically significant to price action. So this way you're not, going one mini and taking 2 point stop, which you get stopped out all the time. So so you're working backward and saying, okay, if I only can lose $50 per trade, that gives me 25 trades in a row in which I lose in order for me to blow that account. And then you size up to where $50 is 10 points or 15, 20 points. And that gives you room for that trade to actually work and make you money. So those are important concepts. Sizing is one of those things that blows traders up in their own personal live account or in Apex account. Doesn't matter. When you get your sizing off and wrong, it's just you're statistically doomed. It doesn't matter how long it takes you to realize that or to get there. Eventually, you will get there if your sizing is incorrect. And that's Ethan. Um, a negative behavior whenever they get that close and then they come back in. I mean, they momentum will tell you, hey, get there to 122 half and push, but now they're fading it. So we're gonna get probably a reversion to the mean trade and a push toward the 104, 105 area. Does that make sense, Ray? Does it make sense to you what I'm saying? Okay. So that's a personality question. Excuse my French. Do you like blondes or brunettes? I mean, it's just one of those things where, do you like things are fast or do you like things are very slow? If you're some people trade ES. ES is by definition is a slower instrument and a little bit more control in it, but you go into periods where it's almost like watching paint dry. I, by looking at that personality, it just does not fit me. So if you think that NQ is too fast for where you at in your trading, then you may want to go to ES and try that for a while till you figure out, till you hone down your system to where it's flexible enough to go to NQ if you choose to. You may not choose to, period. Okay, so you got to know yourself when you ask that question. If like when I started trading, long time ago, futures, that's 10 years, but I was trading before that, about 10 years before that, or 13 years before that. I was trading stocks and options. Then I moved to trading futures about in 2010, so that's 14 years. Good Lord, time passes so quickly. So trading futures, and futures, I started trading Russell 2000. And I started Russell 2000, and I was trading the ETFs, TNA and TZA, which is the long and the short ATF of that instrument. Then from there, I graduated to trading crude oil. And from there, I graduated to trading Nasdaq. So that was my progression. Okay. Russell was, an instrument that was a little bit slower. Then along the way, I did DAX, and I love DAX. DAX is really a good instrument too. So that was my progression. So your progression could be you trading ES and then moving on to other instruments. Like you don't need to be stuck trading it for too long. You build your confidence, you build your structure and your blueprint of how to be successful, and then you could apply that blueprint to whatever other personality the market has. And that's a period of discovery that you are going through right now. And so experiment. So maybe you do Dow Jones, YM, and Russell and ES, and see if their rhythm and their vibe fits you. Okay, and then go on to something else. But the good news is a lot of them just move in the same. Most of the time, they're in sync and they're moving in the same direction. So when I'm talking about ES and I'm talking about NQ and moving up or moving down, the odds are YM and Russell and all these instruments and crude oil. Well, crude oil is different, but YM and Russell have similar but not exact movement. So you have to get in tune with that personality as well. Yeah. Yes, sir, I have. I was a prop trading manager for a while, 4 years. Then went on my own, traded from 2010 to today. But I started that journey in about 98 to 2001 or two, and had a business, got out of it, and in 2010 till today, been full time. And you're learning every day, never stops. So it's not my first rodeo, baby. So I'm not doing this because I want to see if trading is going to work for me. I do this because this is the only thing that I committed myself to do. And I invested the time and the effort and all that stuff to make it happen. So hasn't been an easy journey. Any trader that's been doing it for an extended period of time tells you that all wounds in trading are self-inflicted. And you learn from every single one of them and you become better at it. So you're less likely to make these kind of mistakes. So when you told me I started and I blew up my first PA and I'm disappointed. You gotta give yourself a little bit more room. You gotta give yourself a little bit more room and a little bit more grace to make mistakes. You're gonna make them, and you're just gonna get better as you go through this journey. And if you think you're gonna pop in here, and in 2 months you're gonna start making $100,000 a month, and you're gonna pass all these PAs and evaluations, then you're putting too much pressure on yourself, and that's gonna break you. Accept the fact that you are at a stage in this where you're learning, and the learning process is going to cost you money, and that's the bottom line. Now the key here is to reduce the cost, reduce the time, and learn from every event so you could not repeat it. That's the best you could ask from yourself right now. So we see how they got so close to 122 and a half, and that was a key for them to actually break, and they just faded, and the market is just coming back to retest the middle of the range. Not a momentum market, but at least we're starting to expand the range. You don't want to see a breakdown to 190. I mean 90.75. Excuse me. So we don't want to see 90.75. That will damage the structure, the long structure. Then ultimately, a break to 70s will get the market out of sync. And once the market out of sync, then it becomes a two-sided market, and the shorts can put some more pressure on the price action. But right now, these pullbacks are buyable till proven otherwise. All right, guys, it's 11 o'clock. And 11 o'clock, and we are done for this morning's session. So we had few trades, and we ended up positive. Let me see here, where are we at? I don't think I took on any more trades. That's it right here. We're up 224 after commission, and we are at equity high. 06 today, 224, and that's the equity high. And we will do this again bright and early tomorrow. See you on the next one. All right. Take care, Ray. Take care, everybody.